was very interesting yesterday morning in the conference where there was a bit more optimism around the economy. Yes, we're going into recession, but maybe not as deep and maybe not as long as originally thought. From our perspective, Cosmos, the Monarch Travel Group, been around for 45 years. There's total security, got heritage, got a good, strong brand, and all of that builds into security and safe messages. We also offer total flexibility in our holidays and our flights and our package holidays. So it all adds into what the consumer's going to be looking for over the next 6 to 9 months. Yes, money is going to be an issue. Job security is going to be at the forefront of their minds when they make the purchase. But when they do come to make the purchase, it's going to be based with an established brand where their money is going to be safe, and they're also going to be looking for some choice, whether that be in taking a 10 or 11 night holiday rather than a 14 night holiday with an established packaged holiday operator. So I think there's some opportunities for us and our brand to sort of weather what's going on at this particular point in time.
So in fact, in a period of economic uncertainty, strong players such as yourself, in fact, in some respects actually may improve performance, certainly bottom line performance, because the lame ducks of the industry may go to the wall, strengthening positions of the stronger players.
I think so. I think on the one hand, if you look at the analogy in the banking industry, where all the strong established brands are having some issues, though slightly different to what we're offering here, which is the once a year or twice a year general package holiday or their annual holiday. And I think those people will migrate. They will resonate back to an established brand. Price is obviously going to be important. The big brands compete on price. We've always competed on price. So they can get the value for money holiday with an established brand. So I think it will. I think it will play in there. I think we're seeing an element of that. I think yesterday we were talking about currently that the retail, the high streets are taking a bit of a market share swing back into the high street. And that shows that the consumer is not only using the high street, but is actually transacting through there again and not getting lost in a myriad of web travel portals or travel sites and not really knowing who the underlying product provider is or whether they're financially protected in that environment. They're coming back to what they know, which is the established brands.
Also, the sort of, I wouldn't say hysteria, but almost hysteria with oil price that took place 6 months ago. Those oil prices have dropped. Does that give you more confidence with regard to the airline business?
Well, I think that the reality and the true facts in around there are the fact that it has gone from 2-3 years ago, $25, $30 a barrel, up to the 140, 150. It's come back down to about 90. It may stay there for a few weeks. It may rise again. All the established, I think the major two operators, I know Peter Long and Manny have both publicly quoted they're fully hedged or 90% hedged for winter and next summer. We have a very similar position in forward hedging for fuel. So a dip coming down over the last 2-3 weeks won't make too much materialistic difference to winter and summer. It will make a big difference once we get into winter 9-10 and summer 10. But it does give some confidence if it does start to come down. I think the other key area is the strength of the pound and getting the euro moving back in the right direction. The euro went back to about 126, 127, and that'd be good if that works its way back to about 130, 135, and that will help the consumer with spending money on holiday. And I think the dollar stays around, moves its way back from 170 now. I think they're talking about getting it down as low as 160. If that can go back up to 180, 190, $2, then I think that will definitely help for summer 09, with more about the currency than the fuel, I think.
Okay. With regard to the currency, I mean, the Americans thinking of dropping interest rates, that should probably increase the value of the pound, but the general trend would be to, I would think, remain around the 170 mark, so presumably your forward planning is based around those currency rates.
Forward planning is based around those currency rates, yes, and we do lock in an element of it. So yeah, 170, and the euro has moved somewhere between the 123, 124 back to 125. So there's some slight gains on the euro and a relatively fixed position on the dollar.